I really wanted to go hard, and I just had to figure out a way to come on this record so real, because that's the only thing I had in my toolbox that I know nobody else had. I was living it as we speak. Like everything I said in that verse probably happened 45 minutes before I got in the room. You know what I'm saying? So I just went and spoke my truth, and I never forget. I'm riding down 285 one day, and I hear the verse on the radio. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, they about to... First of all, I heard the song. I'm just going crazy because it's like I'm on the song. And I'm like, they about to bleep all this shit out. And they didn't bleep anything. But the streets was going crazy because if you really think about it, this is the first time you ever hearing somebody talk like this on the radio. And it's so street and it's so in code, they can't detect it. They don't even know what I'm saying. So they played the whole verse. And I thought that was the most clever thing about it because I'm getting it off and the streets are going crazy. So to answer your question, absolutely one of the hardest verses because I think that was the verse that opened up the door for people to be able to speak how they speak on the radio now. Because if you remember back then, they would bleep anything out. It sounded like anything. And when people realized that you can speak in code and get away with it, it was like the floodgates open.
Yeah, I think that's why we had that. I wanted to ask you that question.
Yeah.
Because it was a period. Yeah, that was changed a lot of shit in the game right there.
Yeah, there was a lot of, for me.
There was a lot of bluntness when you would hear it talked about before, but the way you would rap about it.
But that was what was in my wheelhouse because I was with such great writers that I knew my only win was to talk directly to my people. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not a time for me to try to be a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? This is time to like talk directly to them because they're gonna advocate for me. They're gonna be like, yo, he talking that. You know, you tell somebody if it's taking too long to lock up, bring it back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Give me about an hour. Come on, man. That makes sense.
I go to the restaurant to order some food, and I say to the guy, I would like to have, and before I even finish my sentence, he says, the chicken. I could not believe it. Could not believe that shit. This man was absolutely right. I said, how did he know that I was going to get some chicken? I asked him, I said, how you know that? How did you know I was going to get some chicken? He looked at me like I was crazy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Now, everybody knew as soon as you walked through the goddamn door, you're going to get some chicken. There's no secret down here that blacks and chickens are quite fond of one another.
Mind you, I thought they were saying, how about I become an agent?
Yeah.
And so when he told me, I was like, when he was like, we got it up, we up and running. I was like, okay, who do I represent? You know, they was like, you know what I mean? They was like, you don't represent. They were like, you don't represent no one. Like, what do you mean I don't represent? I thought we up and running. And he was like, man, you have an agency. So you have agents. I was like, oh man, we too big. We dirty. And so, you know what I mean? So that's what I called all my connections I had in sports and let them all know that, hey, you know, I got something over here. So if you want to help me out in any way, I will please do. And shout out to everybody that did, especially Unc. Yeah. Because he still